Hey everyone, I'm back. It is, let's see, a little life update here. It is currently Wednesday here. I'm in Round Rock, and it is our kids' first day of school today. So that's going to be where I lean in for nourishment. But I am going to start with the inspiration. So I'm going to use the word wellness to start us off. And then we're going to see how this can be interchangeable to your season, to what you need, and we'll go from there. So, beginning with wellness is an active practice, right? I also think of other words or inspiration that has inspired me before that will kind of revolve around the same, that, you are as close to wellness as you choose to be. Going back to that is a practice. You can't do exercise one day, eat a good meal for 1 week, and then expect to just live in optimal wellness for the rest of your life. No, it's a practice. And so what we practice is conducive to how we live our days, our disciplines, our habits, our environments, our relationships. And so for me, as I give you a life update, my kids, right? I have my son turned 13 over the summer, going into 8th grade. I have my daughter turned 16 over the summer and got her license yesterday. And then she's going into her junior year of high school. The next word I want to offer for the season that I'm in, and hopefully give you some inspiration on how you can utilize this quote for your nourishment today, is, I think, for me, presence and pause is what my season, or what needs my attention, is what is calling. So I'm going to change out that word wellness, and I'm going to add in that presence and pause is an active practice. And so we can say time is a thief of joy. Sickness is a thief of joy. For me, in the season that I'm in, while my kids continue to grow and mature and claim their own independence, and then there's a little part of me that also loses, it brings holes into me because they're my life, right? They're my heart on the outside of my body. And so that's also like rhythm, right? Some days we're full, some days we're empty, some days we're light, some days we're dim. And then when certain seasons change is good. Even though it's uncomfortable, and a lot of times we fear it and we don't like change. This season of change for my kids, as they continue to grow into their passions, into maturity, into their own independence, there's a part of me that feels maybe empty, but that just means I've got to fill it with something else. It doesn't mean I love them less and I don't parent them less and I'm not intentional any less with them. It just means that I need to continue to be in a practice of pause and presence, because they're growing up, whether I'm present or passive. And I want to make sure that these years that are coming up, I want to be more present than passive. And so for me, the nourishment today speaks to me in a way that wellness is an active practice, but also in the season of life that I'm in this changes season, as my kids are getting closer and closer to, one day leaving our nest. Presence and pause is what is calling my attention today. So what about you? If I throw that at you, wellness is an active practice. But what season is calling, what is calling for your attention right now? Maybe I'll throw some words. Maybe they land, and apply them to your own practice today. Maybe it's not wellness. Maybe it's love or self-love, an active practice. If we want to love more on ourselves, practice more self-love, but we continue to be a vessel of criticism and darkness and hate and anger towards ourselves, we're never going to be able to bring those feelings and expressions of love in the ways that we want them so badly. Because if we just say the words, without any kind of action, they just continue to fall and hit the floor. Nothing changes. But if we take action, maybe it's peace, maybe it's connection, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's rest, maybe it is growing in your faith and making it an active practice. You can't say you want to strengthen your faith, but yet take no action to read the Bible, to be able to put yourself in a community, in a church community, in some kind of community of faith-based that's going to help you fill those parts of you that need that expression of faith. Maybe it's simply gratitude. That's also an active practice. We can't wake up on just the good days and be grateful for the life that we live, but yet on the bad days, on the tough days, on the dark days, we fail to still find something to be grateful for. It's no longer an active practice. It becomes a practice of convenience. And so much of anything, all of everything that I've already offered into this video today, wellness, love, self-love, connection of faith, building relationships, gratitude, well-being, health, these are best when practiced actively, not passively, not by just wanting or hoping, by taking the action. And the action is the discipline and the practice of simply living it, of breathing it, of behaving in a way that helps bring those expressions, those feelings, those sensations, those experiences, those people, and those environments that help support you in that. And as always, these go on a little longer than maybe I first anticipated, but I trust that someone out there is listening that needed to hear this form of nourishment today. And I hope there was a piece of this that's traveled with you. And if you're liking these videos and you're here for the duration of these nourishment videos and simply Tracy's take on wellness, please continue to follow me, comment, let me know, connect with me, let me know that you're here. It inspires me more than you know to keep sharing. And with that, I hope you practice what is needed today. I'll see you tomorrow.